the series of the famous Oriental Rabbanim of yesteryear. And friends, we are on the 24th of Elul. Chaf Daled Elul marks the Hilula of a really great Uzbekistani rabbi. His name was Rabbi David Aminov Z'tl. He lived approximately 70 years. He was actually born in the English year 1870 and passed away in the year 1940. Very interesting. He was actually, I think, born in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, which had a very prominent Jewish community at the time. And he came from a very great rabbinic heritage. His father was Rabbi Aminov Z'tl, as they call the people by their family name. His Samarkandi, which is very interesting. And his mother's name was Rabbanit Kalmok Aron Bayev, originally. That was her full name. And it's actually interesting. Really, really great heritage, and there was a prominent community over there, and there was a wave of aliyah, especially from the Bukharian countries at the start of the 1900s especially, and lots going on. So let's concentrate on a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. So he was, I believe, his great-grandfather was also Rabbi David Aminov, the older one. And he happened to, I think his actual father, the great-grandfather, was Rabbi Yitzchak Samarkandi, who happened to be himself a chief rabbi of the city of Samarkand. And he himself was Av Bet Din, as we call in English, the head of the Jewish court, respectively. However, Rabbi David Aminov was also a really great, prominent rabbi, being a head rabbi, I believe, of Samarkand for many years. He had like a great voice, it was reported over, and he was an excellent shliach tzibur, a chazan inside the synagogue, and gave the most incredible sermons to really mitchazek, to really motivate the congregation in of itself. They actually say that he actually gave various different drashot, especially there was a synagogue, Beit Knesset, in the vicinity called the Gomez synagogue, if I'm not mistaken, and I think it was a part of the Malacha neighborhood over there, respectively. And the Beit Knesset, the synagogue, during the Shabbat, while he was speaking and while he was a shliach tzibur, was absolutely packed. It was reported over. They were said even it was so busy that people stood in the streets near the synagogue to hear the prayers and even the sermons itself. And they say that even Muslims will come in and try and listen to the tefillot and the prayers and his incredible sermons to really gain huge inspiration over there. I believe there was a kollel system over there where avrechim, Torah learners, married learners, would be learning. There was a school system there also where he was teaching to many of the students. He helped establish various different charity organizations within regards to helping, within regards to food, within regards to clothing. A lot of it came from his own money also, and he actually owned a store, it was reported over, and many of the Talmidim, his great students of really of the highest caliber, I think they included Rabbi Avram Chaim Ludeyav, I think, who was a very great person. These are people, I think they even named streets after in Petach Tikva. So he had a lot of great Talmidim, and much more can be said within regards to that. Eventually, I believe, he would actually move to Israel, and he actually came with much of his family in of itself, and they came in, and he would later on become the head of the Jewish court over there. It was actually quite a journey, I believe, to come to Israel, which did take quite a bit of time, because at that stage in time there was no aeroplanes, as we know, so people had to go by foot, people had to go using saddling donkeys, so many different stories. But eventually he ended up in Israel, and the greatness of his, even imbued in Israel, where he would take on various different positions. Once he arrived to Jerusalem, he served as the head of the Jewish court in Jerusalem, very prominent position. Now, he passed away, as we said before, in the year 1940. That would have been 84 years ago from the time of recording. That was naturally on the 24th of Elul. He left many great descendants, including his daughter, Rabbanit Sarah, who always had so much great stuff to say. In fact, she herself said that even just before his death, he was praying so enthusiastically, as he usually does, pray with his tefillot. He was drinking water and rice, and unfortunately, he fell ill, I think, with pneumonia, and passed away in his home. I think it was in complete silence. This was just before he passed away. So he was always in a robust, incredible mood, joyous soundingly, and this is what his daughter actually testified over here. They actually say he was buried in Har HaZeitim, and unfortunately, I think between the years 1948 and 1967, The Mount of Olives, the Har HaZeitim, was in the hands of the Jordanians over there. And it was reported over that two of his many children, two of his sons, Rabbi Ben Zion and Rabbi Abba Chai, actually searched for his grave, for his kever, but they were not able to actually locate it over there. They were worried that maybe the Jordanians had paved the road over the tomb, let's say, that would have crossed the actual Mount Olives, the Har HaZeitim in of itself. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, when they did get the area back in of itself, Israel they did check, and I think they were able to locate the keverim itself respectively. That's what has been reported over. So I think that was at a late stage. His wife's name was Rabbanit Batya. She was also a great person. She was buried herself in Kibbutz Shul in Har HaMenuchot, that's Mount of Resting, let's just say, over there. And it was a very, very great family. He left really great descendants, including among his family was rabbis such as Rabbi David Aminov. There was many Rabbi David Aminovs, so we have to point that out, I think, through the years. Then there was also the Bat Sheva Aminov also. And there was Boki Aminov, Sarah Aminov, Hevtziva Aminov, Istam Aminov. I'm not too sure exactly how on the direction line they are related, but he did leave many children over really great people. And it's his Hilula here on the 24th of Elul, and it marks very much over 80 years since he had passed away, the great rabbi over here. Please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Please don't forget to join the channel, subscribe to it, and wishing you all a great day and Shabbat Shalom to all of you.